What's up, guys? It's the Tumbling Turtwig, otherwise known as Ace Trainer Josh on Pokeamino, and today I brought week 2 of the GBA versus a really good friend of mine, Pancake. He's pretty much my best friend in Pokeamino, and I was pretty scared of him because I know he could be really good, even though he did lose his first week match versus Kokorin, mainly because of Swifts from Kingdra. Now, looking at his team, I was pretty scared because he was bringing this Mega. He brought his Screener Bronze. I knew he was going to bring it from the get-go. He brought Porygon Z. I was really scared of that being Scarf, but the main thing I wasn't worried about was that he didn't bring a Staraptor, which was probably going to be Scarfed if he did bring it, so that was a relief, although I did find out later on that his Scarfer was Haxorus, which I did find pretty interesting. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into the battle. Oh, wait. Wait, sorry. I'm probably going to cut this off. Sorry, guys, my internet went off on my DS, so I had to go back to my VS recorder. Anyways, without further ado, let's get the start going. He leads with his Bronze on, leading me to believe it's definite. Oh, wait, let me put the music on. Anyways, I want to make sure it's not too loud, though. Anyways, I know it was going to be a screener, so I want to knock off the light play, just in case. So, none of his screens are going to last more than 4 turns, which is a really good thing. He's going to separate his Reflect, it's only going to last 4 turns, but with the Reflective, I'm not going to kill the Bronzong next turn with a knockoff. So I decided to switch here, and I'm going to go into my Cobaline. I want to see if I can try to set some Swords Dances on this thing. He goes straight for Stealth Rock, which I thought really interesting. I could have killed it if I would have stayed in, but it probably would have been worse on my part to stay in. Anyways, he's going to switch, and he's going to go into his Donphan. And I was like, okay, maybe he doesn't know I have Magnet Rise, even though I'm sure he saw my last week's battle, so just in case I wanted to go straight for Magnet Rise. He goes for Ice Shower right off the bat. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I could have easily close combated it and go for another Swords Dance. If I would have known what he was bringing, because it was quite surprising. I'd go for another Swords Dance, which was an alright play. But I'll tell you what I could have done earlier. He goes for Superpower, and I forgot Donphan learned Superpower. Mainly because nobody uses it, and I was quite surprised. I was like, god dang it. So basically, now I have to kill this Donphan right here, and I believe, yeah, his Reflective wears off right here. So the smart play would have been going for Iron Head and then close combat, and I would have been just fine. So yeah, his Donphan survives with Sturdy, and I basically screwed up the Cobaline again this week, which pretty much sucks because I love Cobaline, and it could be so good if you can set up enough Swords Dances. So his attack and defense is going to drop, and my Cobaline's dead. It makes it 5-6. But his Donphan at 1 HP, so it's easily killable. So I'm going to go into my Cresselia because I know he's in a position where he has to switch or he just lets it die. So Calm Eye was definitely my best play. Oops, adjust my camera. Yeah, and he goes into his Porygon Z, and I'm afraid this thing is going to be Specs because Specs, at this point I figured it wasn't Scarfed. It might have been his Clawitzer. So I'm just going to set up some Calm Minds right here. And I actually find out right here that he has Nasty Plot, so that right there I know he's not Specs nor is he Scarfed. So that means he has to be Life Orb. So I set up another Calm Mind because I knew this thing could hit pretty hard with Dark Pulse. I calculated. So I wanted to make sure I want to get +2 right there. And yeah, there you go. So I'm +2 in Special Defense and +2 in Special Attack, and I already have max HP and max Defense. So I'm gonna take a hit, but watch this Hyper Beam right here. My Cresselia almost drops. It lives at 24 HP. And I'm like, holy crap. I go for Psyshock because I wanted to try to kill this thing. It doesn't die. And I was really thinking, should I recover or should I Psyshock? And I knew there was no point of recovering because I would die. I wouldn't get enough HP to survive, so I just go for Psyshock. That Porygon Z is dead, which is a huge threat out of the way. But he still has an even huger threat in the back, as you'll see. And that threat is Mega Metagem. I knew this thing was going to be a threat because it gets huge power, 200 And if you do the math, it basically gets like over 200, like 240 attack. It's insane. He's gonna send that out, and he actually is gonna go for fake out right here, which I was pretty surprised about at the time. And then I find out what his full moveset actually was. It was fake out, bullet punch, drain punch, and Zen headbutt. So basically, he can't touch me with any of his stab. So he's hoping he can kill me with bullet punch here, and even with huge power, Cresselia does not fall. And I'm able to get off a Moonlight, and my opponent at the time was like, holy crap, I don't think this thing is going to absolutely wipe my whole team. So here he decides to switch, and I believe he's going to go out into his Bronze Zone. Yeah, he is, and I'm plus. I am plus 2 in special attack, but I do hit on the defensive side, and as you'll see, Bronze has a lot of defense. I'm not going to touch it that well. In fact, I was pretty sure Ice Beam was going to do more because it's actually special. So I do actually go for Ice Beam, and I do find out that it actually does a little more. But he's going to go for the light screen here, and I'm like, oh. Now my Ice Beam is just going to do even less, so now Side Shock is the better play. It doesn't have Reflect anymore. And yes, at this point, I was just trying. I could have easily Calm Minded here too, and man, Calm Mind would have been a lot better, and you'll find out why. But yeah, he's gonna go for Gyro Ball, and that does absolutely no damage. I'm sure he has no attack investment, so I can literally sit in here all day, and I could have Calm Minded the turn before, which I didn't actually do. Definitely should have. And yeah, now I am plus 3 in special defense and plus 3 in special attack. He's going to keep going for Gyro Ball. It's not going to do anything. He doesn't crit me. So I'm going to go up to like 132 HP. Yep, 132 HP exactly. He's going to swap, and he's going to go out into his Haxorus, I believe. Oh no, it's Donphan. And I actually choose to attack right here, which was a good thing because I think he would have outsped me, and he would have been able to get a knockoff off. So luckily I actually did go for Ice Beam. So that's a good thing. I get a crit, which, of course I get the crit at 1 HP. That's just my luck. That's just my luck. Anyways, I'm going to go to 146 HP. He's going to bring out his Haxorus. And he actually tells me this was a misplay on his part, that he didn't really mean to bring it out against my Cresselia. So he's forced to immediately switch because he knows he can't touch me. Because I'm max defense, max HP. Cresselia's a monster when it comes to being the tank. He's going to go into his Bronze Song. And I actually go for Ice Beam, just so I can get damage on his Haxorus if he stayed in. And it's actually a 2-hit KO on his Bronze Song, which is a really good thing. He can't set up any more light screen, and he can't set up any more reflects. And the best thing is that light screen wears off in this turn, I believe. So that's really good. There's no more screens for him the rest of the game. That's a really, really good thing. So now that Bronze Song's dead, my Cresselia is sitting at 174 HP after leftover, so I'm thinking I had a really, really good shot at winning this with just Cresselia. He's going to bring out his Clawitzer, and I'm plus 3 in special defense, so I wasn't really worried. He goes for Dark Pulse, and he's trying to play the flinch game on me. And he gets the flinch on the first turn, as you'll see right here. And I'm like, oh crap, okay, I need to get a Moonlight off, that way I can bank on getting a Side Shock off. He is down to life 4 damage, you can't really tell because of my camera, I'm sorry. Anyway, he's going to go for a second Dark Pulse, and guess what? He loses life 4 damage, and he gets the flinch. At this point, I'm pretty much raging. I'm like, I might have lost this match because of that. I might have just lost this match because of that. It really sucked, but there was nothing I could have done about that. Hacks is hacks. He's going to lose more life 4 damage, and now at this point, I bring in my Kawaii Mizu, my Espeon. And I go for light screen here. I did calculate. I was going to live a Dark Pulse as long as I didn't get critted. And he's going to go for Dark Pulse, and what do you know? I get critted. This thing basically lost me the game. This Clawitzer absolutely destroyed my chances of winning this game. There was nothing I could have done about that, though. It's nothing you can do about that. The Espeon absolutely walled his Mega Medicham. I find out later on. Anyways, I go to my time manager. I go for a head smash that demolishes it. I should have gone for Outrage, though. It would have been a better play. You'll find out why. Anyways, he goes to his Mega Man charm. I completely forgot he had that. I completely forgot what the rest of his Pokemon are. He has that and he has Haxorus. I'm forced to go to my Nidoqueen because my Mamoswine cannot take any more damage. He goes for Drain Punch, and yeah, it's gonna do enough where I definitely died to his Enhancement. And I was hoping he would miss. If it is 90% accuracy, he hits it, and I'm definitely dead. Nidoqueen is absolutely nothing in this match against me. It stepped in the field and it died. Now I'm down to 2 Pokemon, and I have my Mamoswine. And at this point, I'm hoping that Ice does enough where Drain Punch will give him all his health back. Ice actually does half. It does more than half, actually. I was like, holy crap. And he's going to go for Drain Punch. That absolutely demolishes me. And let me see if I can actually move the thing. He gets all his HP back, and I'm pretty... And at this point, I'm like, okay, I lost this match if I don't get a crit. If I was adamant, I would have won. Most likely, no. Actually, no, his Haxorus was Scar, so I would have lost. So yeah, I go for Outrage, and he drops all the way down to red. And he's going to fire off a Drain Punch and kill me. And that's the end of the match, and I lose 2-0. It was a good game. I was raging because the game did not go my way when it came to hacks. I got a crit at 1 HP on Donphan. I get flinch twice on a 30% chance. I did the math. That's about a 9 and 100. 9 about 100 chance. Yeah, it's about a 9 and 100 chance of that happening. And of course it happened. And the reason why I wanted to go I should have gone for Calm Mind instead of going for Psyshock that turn on Bronzong is because I might have been able to take another Dark Pulse, and the chances of him getting another flinch there would have been next to none. So I really did regret not going for Calm Mind. I probably would have won me the match otherwise. So, and then he got the crit on the light through the light screen, and I was gonna go for Reflect that turn. That way I'd be fine. That way I'd just be able to my Pokemon would probably be able to take a hit. But you know, hacks is hacks. There's nothing you can really do about that. Good game to my friend Pancake. We're all tied at 1-1. I could have been the leader division. I could have been the top of the leaderboard if I would have won. Oh well, maybe next week. Anyways, thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. And if you're on Amino, give the post a like. I really appreciate it. I hope my voice is clear this episode. I watched the other video and it's literally unwatchable. I'm sorry. I should probably delete it really, but I kind of want it up there. I'll probably delete it eventually though. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Peace.